Welcome back to the Atari ST Nostalgia GFA BASIC tour. In the previous video we had a look at getting input using dialog boxes, the standard Atari gem dialog boxes. And in these videos we will check out another way of getting input into variables for processing. This time the input will be created by the program itself, and we will mainly be focusing on using random numbers. So let's go straight into the screen. And as you can see, I prepared a little program here. Now the easiest way to actually get a number into a variable using the program is by hard coding them like I did here. So what this program does, it clears the screen, sets two numbers, it will print out what the numbers are, wait for a key to input, and if I do it will go back to the beginning. So this is a pretty boring program because it just outputs the same the whole time, which is no fun really. So I will just break this one off, because I want this number to be randomly generated, and I want it to surprise me. So I want to read and say, ah, that was what it was. So what I do to do that is actually use a command called random and give a value. For instance, in this case, 50. And for number 2, I will also do some value, also 50. And what this command does, it picks a number between 0, like an integer between 0 and this value, and it will put that into this variable. I'm now doing it 2 times, and let's see what happens if I run the code. So in this case it picked 42 and the other one picked 4. And you can see this is really pretty random. It doesn't really... so it will be a nice game to see when I get equal numbers for both variables, but that will take forever, so I won't do that. But what if I wanted the random number actually to be within a specific range? Because I can only give one number here, and it will always be between 0 and that number. So for instance, I want the first number to be somewhere between, actually I don't want it to use the 0, and it has to be between, let's say between 1 and 50. In that case, I would have to say this number is 1 plus some random value. And of course I will have to deduct the 1 from here. So now the first number will never be 0, it will be 1 plus random 49. And the second number I want to be somewhere between 51 and 100. So I will use this value here. And of course the rest of the program doesn't change. So now this should be within a certain range, and the number 3 should always be 51 or higher. And yeah, that seems to work. So now the first one is always between 1 and 50, and the other one is always between 51 and 100, and they will never become equal again. So that's the way to actually put a range into random numbers. Now this command will get some getting used to, because it's actually, yeah, you can do a lot more with it. You can just make a variable, and if I want to make the second one dependent on the other one, but also using some random treatment, I can, for instance, say, look, I can, first I will choose number 1, which will be between 1 and 50, and the other one will be actually this number multiplied by, hang on, either 0, 1 or 3. And let's get the syntax right. So now I've made actually the second variable dependent of the value of the first variable, which also means you have to really be careful about the order of these things. This is just a simple example I will give now. It chose 45 for the first number, and for the second one you can see it's multiplied by 1, so it's equal. And you can see now it's multiplied by 0, and you can see it multiplies by 2 a couple of times. So this is a way to make one random number dependent on the other. These are really simple code examples. In a future video I will actually use this random as an input to do some drawing routines. And I will actually start exploring the graphics drawing routines of GFA BASIC very soon, namely in the next video. But when it comes to random numbers, yeah, this is just a very easy, quick explanation of the random command, how to choose a number at random, how to get it within a range, and how to actually use that number as input for another number, which can be something random. I hope you enjoyed this short video, and I hope to see you in the next one. See you then.